Hi there, it's Michael here, and today I'm going to walk you through the insomnia paradox. So, if you are struggling with your sleep and you've already tried a lot in the last couple of weeks or months or even years, and things have not gotten better or even gotten worse, which is sadly true for a lot of people suffering from insomnia, suffering from bad sleep, then the insomnia paradox, what we're going to dive in here today very quickly and very to the point, will be very interesting for you. So before we get started, if you are looking or are working on improving your sleep, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for other helpful videos. And now let's dive into the topic right away. So the insomnia paradox, it all breaks down to these two things, like things that we can control and things we cannot control. You can see this is our unconscious mind, super complex, a lot going on, and sleep falls into this category. We cannot control our sleep, period. So any attempt to, to control our sleep will backfire at us. And I'm going to walk you through things that you probably have experienced in the past, and you're going to become aware, oh my God, yes, this is true for me, and oh, this is what I can change, because this is us, this is our conscious mind, our prefrontal cortex, which we need to change things, right? So we need to change things, we need to control things that we can change, but we cannot control our sleep. So what happens? Like, why is this like a big trap? What happens when we try to control our sleep is that we notice that it's an unconscious process. Nobody can tell you how we sleep. And by the way, there's a pre-assumption to this, and a pre-assumption that is luckily true. We can all sleep, period. It's like eating or breathing. It belongs to us. We can all sleep. There's nobody out there, literally nobody, that cannot sleep. The thing is that we can make it really hard for us to fall asleep. Because once we start to experience bad nights of sleep, and there can be several reasons for that. And it's also worth checking into the cause of your sleeping problems. And there are videos around that that we have here. I produce on Sleeptrust, and other good people out there have. But once we start to work on our sleep and do things to improve our sleep, there's a very, it's nearly like a trap, a thing that can happen very quickly. Now we're doing things, and now we have the expectation that we should sleep better again, right? Why should I check in on my sleep schedule 7 days in a week? Why should I avoid blue light at nighttime? Why should I stop playing around with my mobile? Should I do the meditation? Whatever it is for you, that's appropriate to do. But once we do that, odds are we want to see results, right? So we have a clear expectation. Now what happens technically, and you probably will recognize yourself in this as you're still watching this video. Now we go to bed, and we know how horrible it is not to sleep, right? That per se is a threatening thought. And feeling fear, by the way, having that threatening thought in mind, is a very bad thing for us, because it kicks off our survival system, our fight or flight mode. Our brains don't differentiate between a threat that's coming from that, tiger or whatever, where it's really reasonable to feel fear and, pump our body up. Then the same is true for our, bad sleep threat. It's a threat. In our mind, it's the exact same thing, and it kicks off the exact same processes. So what happens is we're thinking about these things, oh, it's going to be really hard. We did the thing that we wanted to do, that we need to do to change our lives, to set the frame for sleep. And now we have the expectation. That's the problem. We expect to sleep. We go to bed, we did all of this stuff, and it's really hard, and now we expect to fall asleep. And that just builds up a lot of pressure inside of us. Also, making it hard for us to fall asleep. And it's a frustrating thing, because now we're kicking off this vicious cycle. We're building up pressure. We have the expectation. We did things. We want to see results. We need to sleep. I want to control my sleep, right? And that's the insomnia paradox. As soon as we start to try to control our sleep, we're lying in bed and thinking, why can't I sleep? I need to sleep now. In reality, what's happening in our brain is we're super active and we're kicking off our fight or flight mode, because now we're seeing all the threats that are coming through the things if it doesn't happen, right? And we kind of know it doesn't work. And we're also frustrated because we're doing all of these things. We're doing them right. And it's so hard and it's not working. And we deserve to sleep. So there are good reasons for us to deserve that. And there's one good reason for us not to do so. And that reason is it's impossible and it will not lead to your sleep. So the way, and that's like what's important for us here, the way to get out of that vicious cycle is that we need to acknowledge that sleep is not controllable. So the way to control our sleep, that's the insomnia paradox, we're controlling our sleep but not controlling it, is to do the right things. Like if you know what's the right thing for you, if you know the cause of your insomnia, that's great. If not, figure that out. And if you need help, you can book a 15-minute call with me. We will not need more than 15 minutes for me after you share your story to figure out what you should be focusing on right now. You're going to find a link in the description, or you can download the Sleeptrust Sleep Map. It's a 9-step system that will help you to identify where you need to work on. But you need to know what you want to control and then do the things. And that's the topic of today. Go to bed with the intention not to sleep, but with the intention to rest. That's it. Go to bed with the intention to rest. Befriend bad nights of sleep. Be okay with that. Don't build up an expectation to sleep when you're doing the things that you need to do to change your life. But do them with a lab coat on. Be curious. How will this help me? Will it help me? Let's try it. And go to bed with the intention to rest. Don't stand on your head when you go to bed. Go to bed with intention to rest. That's a thing that you can control. And once you control that intention, sleep will take care of itself, right? So, yeah, that's like the basic message here today. Be okay with a bad night of sleep. Radical acceptance is a big tool here. Figure out what you need to do, radically accept even bad nights of sleep and be okay with that and go to bed with the intention to rest. And if you do that, you're opening the door for good nights of sleep. And I would be really curious to hear your experience. How can you relate to this? Like, what is kicking off the fear or the pressure when you're going to bed? And what has helped you? Like, have you learned techniques already that will help you to relax, to go to bed with that intention? And as said, that's the number one key when it comes to breaking through the insomnia paradox, because it's so easy. And I've been there. Like, I've run through bad nights of sleep. I know how it is even to be fearful to fall asleep, because my insomnia kicked off with big amounts of pain. I woke up through pain. It was like, if I fall asleep now, I'm going to wake up and it feels as if somebody's like hitting a stick on my back. So there are different areas where you can be coming from, but the system in the background is always the same. We need to get rid of the fear, accept things as they are, and the number one thing for you to do is to go to bed with the intention to rest. So I hope that was helpful for you. I'm looking forward to see you in future videos, in the past videos, where you're going to find information all around sleep, around specific topics that are helpful, hopefully helpful for you. If you want to have me doing a video on a specific topic, just let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to pick up on the things and the struggles you're walking through. And other than that, wishing you a good night of sleep. Until then.